Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Cheyenne Bryant's Straight Act is Falling Apart. Let's get right into it.
Y'all let this woman sit on the internet and tell y'all how you should present yourself as a woman to a man, to get a man, and keep a man.
Woo! Dr. Cheyenne Bryant indeed is a black love coach, typically holding black men accountable for their misgivings in relationships with women. We often hear her castigating people such as Nick Cannon or Cam Newton for having all of these kids out of wedlock. But recently she's come under some scandal for allegedly her own sexuality.
Cheyenne Bryant's whole persona or platform is about black men's, inability in their actions. And basically, one of her big things was she was looking for a husband. But now it's being revealed that she is a lesbian, right? And for all the adage, women are always talking about men on the internet bashing black women because they're down low or gay, go be with a man. But here y'all are doing something very similar.
Shout out to Leo Grand Prince Zero on TikTok. He said something that I've never heard before. And that is, whenever you're a man and you have a critical assessment of what women, in particular black women, do, they tell you to go ahead and be with a man. I mean, we've all heard this with, Kevin Samuels. If you hold black women accountable, then all of a sudden you don't like women, you're gay.
And all that they're talking about is this idea that if you speak against what women believe is right, you hate women. You're against women. They don't understand that a lot of things that we're speaking against is their indoctrination. I'm not speaking against you. I'm actually speaking against the propaganda, the brainwashing, the dogma you've been sold and didn't even, fight in any way possible. Like, that's what we're speaking out against. And it's funny because it turns out that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, which, by the way, we don't know if she's a doctor or not, she's guilty of the same thing women always say, that if you speak out against us, you hate us. Now, I'm not here to say that Cheyenne Bryant hates black men, but it doesn't seem like she dates them. It doesn't seem like it. So this is gaslighting 101, right? This is gaslighting 101. And maybe her goal is to make black women hate us so much that there's some left over for her, right? That she could come in there, right, and soothe them and take over and young and May the game. And that's what she wants to do. Best of luck, because black women and women in general are still going to want some dick. They're still going to want some eggplant one way or another. So, if this is her grift, I think it's going to fail. And honestly, to me personally, she should have just came out and say that, like, I like women. Why not, right? It's in style now, right? It's in vogue.
But now, at the same particular time, when it's Dr. Cheyenne Bryant going through this, they don't have that smoke, because this is what they're saying.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is a lesbian? Allegedly, Dr. Bryant is a lesbian, and it was her girlfriend who got her on the podcast with Cam Newton, right? I just want to know, why does this matter? Man, woman, whoever she sleep with at night, why does that matter? The stuff she talk about is basic common sense. It's logic. It doesn't matter who she lay with at night. The stuff that she's saying, it ain't the first time we ever heard it.
Now, this lady is saying, listen, it doesn't really matter that Cheyenne Bryant is gay. What really matters is her messaging. And that's something that's important because, hey, listen, it's not really what you do that's important. It's what you say. I mean, imagine a woman accepting that from a man. You telling a woman you're going to take care of her bills, you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and you're not living up to what you are promising. So what does that make you as a man? It makes you a hypocrite, okay? So this is some level of gender bias here, and that's why the brother says this.
Like, I've always had this undertone assumption that women who complain about men not paying bills, women who complain about men mistreating them, women who complain about men not worshiping them because they give birth, you really want to go bump coochies. So go bump coochies and leave us alone.
So this same brother,
they really want to go bump coochies is crazy. Look, man, I get it. Some women want to scissor or not. But just to address Dana D. Dana D said something I think is very interesting. She says, who cares what she does in her private life in the bedroom? We don't care. I'm not saying that we don't care, but one, she's misrepresenting herself because she makes it seem like she's not in the bedroom bumping coochies. That's one. And two, even if her message was correct, right? Even if she has a good messenger, the message is correct, some would argue the messenger is wrong. And this is what we're seeing here in the manosphere and the red pill space and the dating market. People that make dating content are the worst messengers. I get it that your message might be right, but what about integrity? What about authenticity? What about living up to what you say? What about doing what you say? I don't want to see an obese man tell me get into the gym. No, you get into the gym first. You get into the gym first. I don't want to see a broke man says, get your money up. No, you get your money up first. I don't want to see a dude whose bedroom is unclean telling me to clean my bedroom. This is how it works. This is how it works. So look, I personally think I don't really care who you sleep with, what you do, who you fuck don't make me come. I'm 100 on that. We could agree on that. But then don't preach to me who the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Don't preach to me what to do in my dating life if what you're doing in your dating life is so in the shadows and it's mysterious and you're misrepresenting it. Don't do it. Because when it comes out, you're going to look like a hypocrite. You're going to look like a hypocrite. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
it comes back to answer the last lady's argument. You know, here you are criticizing men because they won't worship you, but really what you are saying is that you want to go be with women. He says bump, coochies, if you will, but that's what he's talking about. Now, these are the rumors associated with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, but again, we did see Dr. Cheyenne Bryant with Ty Young. Now, Ty Young is no doubt about it a lesbian. You would call her a stud. Now, if we put this picture of Ty Young, right, let's look at her in the wave cap. There is the orange curtain behind her. There is the chain. Then look at Dr. Cheyenne Bryant inside the car. She has, I think that's like pink or purple fingernails. She's holding the same chain. If you put both of these ladies side by side, we will see that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is, in a way, pledging her loyalty to Ty Young, saying that, hey, I have her chain, she must be my girl, or I'm her girl. That's what it's saying. But at the same time, this isn't over, because this came out a few weeks ago. Tasha K came out and said this.
I heard that there were multiple men that passed her around. And as beautiful and as educated as she is, not one married her. But she claims she was engaged. Not one. It's called being gay by default. Woo!
So now we're hearing something that's interesting. So if Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is going this way, let's assume that she is gay. She's not gay because she's always loved women. No, she's gay by default. And what does Tasha K mean by gay by default?
She's gay for pay. She's gay for pay. She's gay when it's convenient. And honestly, look, gay is good, right? If you want to be gay, go ahead, right? It's good, right? It's right now, it's in style. Everyone's doing it. It's the thing right now. My issue is not that she's that way. That's not the issue. The issue is you're a woman trying to teach other women how to be high value, and it's coming out that you've been passed around by men. None of them wiped you up. None of them even got you pregnant, right? Or maybe you didn't let them get you pregnant, or maybe you're infertile. I don't know, right? But you're condemning men for poor behavior. You're condemning women for not having higher standards, and it seems like you're a woman with lower standards who is only dating women now because you have to, because there's no one else is going to give you the attention and the affection that you want. other than other women. Now, the reason why this is so concerning to me, let me tell you something. The reason why this is so concerning to me is because it just seems like these people are going to muddy the waters and it's going to make it feel like everybody in this space is a grifter. Everybody in the space is not real. Everybody in the space has an agenda. Everybody in the space has skeletons in a closet. And I, for one, I believe, that I'm probably one of the most genuine people in the space. We have others. But we're all newcomers, right? Shout out to my brother Jeff St. James. He's new in the space. He's a therapist. He's authentic. People try to challenge him to see, are you really a therapist? Well, he got receipts, right? He got his credentials. People like me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they could say about me. I'm not dating a single mom, right? Shout out to the people that do, but I'm not. So, and I'm not even telling people to don't date single moms. I'm just trying to say I don't. You feel me? I'm just trying to say for me, I'm not trying to be how Anton Daniel said it, a step crash dummy. You feel me? I ain't trying to be that. You feel me? And I'm also speaking from the place of I got bitches, right? I have no problem. Well, look, we all have challenges with women, but I'm not a guy that's like an incel who can't get his dick wet, and so he's mad, he's frustrated, he's on the internet. I'm not even mad, I'm not even frustrated. I just find I find everything's happening in the dating market, the manosphere. It's entertaining. I was someone that consumed the content. Now I'm producing the content. So I'm as legit as it comes. I was someone that was an observer, a watcher, and I felt like, you know what, maybe I should say my points, and I'm doing it right now, and I'm having success. That's where I come from. I'm not here by default like Cheyenne Bryant, where she's just looking for a place to place her talent because maybe she don't got no talent or is not working anywhere else, right? She's what Damon Dash could call a culture vulture. Right? This is not even, why don't you talk about the issues with women dating women? Because there's a lot. The divorce rate's higher. The DV is higher. Why don't you talk about that? But she can't because it'll ruin her image and she'll lose all credibility. And this is why her lying is such a bad thing. It's a horrible thing.
Because if you're going to be gay, be gay. Don't be gay by default because a man refused to marry you because you're damaged goods.
She says, if you want to be gay, be gay. But don't be gay because you are damaged goods. Woo! Nobody wants you. And the reason why nobody wants you is because you are damaged goods. So you went out here, 304'd yourself up, got thotted out. Okay, you did all kind of clapping. So now you really hate men. So you come and you reinvent yourself. And as you reinvent yourself, you get yourself on Cam Newton's podcast because it's Ty Young, and then you go on there trying to tag Cam Newton. But really in these streets, you have a vendetta against men because men don't want you, and you probably don't even really want Ty Young, but she's the only one that will put up with you. And that's probably where we are with a lot of women. A lot of the women that have this same perspective towards men, in particular black men, it's easy to say, or it's safe to say that a lot of black men feel like these women are scorned. But wait, Tasha K says more.
And then you gonna pick up the oldest, most played out you can get. Ty? You gonna get Ty, Dr. Cheyenne?
Now she's like, the best you can do is Ty Young? Woo! Now Ty Young wasn't even a very good WNBA player. Not really a high value lady. I don't know what her status is in the LGBTQ community, but not only can you not get the man that you want, you also can barely get the woman that you want either.
Got him!
And it's getting worse. It's like, you look good, you're pretty, but you can't even get anybody at a high level within either sex, right? And that's her point. But then again, there was another lady who said something that I thought was important.
Cheyenne Bryant makes so much sense now. So she did a podcast and admitted that she had a teen pregnancy that was terminated per the request of her father because he don't play that mess, although the women in her family wanted her to keep it. Let me tell y'all something. The most judgmental women on earth are the ones that secretly have been where you are, but have been able to hide the evidence.
Now, this is important, right?
Whoa. I didn't know anything about that. Hide the evidence. Whoa. Now, shout out to her. I mean, look, I don't think it's right to, terminate pregnancies and stuff like that. Let's just say the whole pro-choice movement. But I want to address this first. I want to address the fact that, it seems like she wants a man, so she can't get a man. She acts like she dates someone that portrays a man, who tries to show up like the man on the surface with the tattoos and the dress. They kind of wrap their breast around to make it look a lot more flat. So someone who tries to embody what a man looks like on the outside, but can never be a man on the inside, which to me is the most shallowest version of a man, if you'd call even a thing like that a man. Because it's not, right? But these women love men so much, they'll date anything that looks like a man. Anything. And this is maybe why a lot of women are addicted to their toys, because their toys look like our appendages, right? So that's one thing. And the other thing is, like, if she was a teen mom, or was to become a teen mom, but had terminated her pregnancy, that's an interesting angle I never considered. And maybe it's one of which where she probably feels vindicated, and she feels like she was so wise and so clever. But realistically, she's been saved from her bad behavior based on that medical intervention. And I personally believe, that women like Cheyenne are actually genuinely bitter. Like, she's not happy. A lot of times I feel like she's only going around talking about these things because it's her own frustration and she's projecting on people. Like, when she was talking to Cam Newton, it just seemed like she was on the attack for Cam Newton. When she was talking to Nick Cannon, she seemed like she was on an attack with Nick Cannon. It seemed personal. But then when she talks about herself, and she made fun of these baby daddies, if you will, she's talking about, oh yeah, I need a baby daddy like 50 Cent, right? So, make it make sense. I don't know. I think personally, people are tired of Cheyenne Bryant. It's fortunate for her that she hasn't come out and try to refute some of these claims, because she will look absolutely crazy, and people like me will make more content about it, become more wealthier, and so it kind of self-perpetuates itself. But, the fact that she stayed quiet, to me, is still a sign of guilt. It's still a sign of, I don't know how to defend this, so I'm not going to say anything at all. Hopefully it blows over. I don't know if that's going to work for long, and I personally think that her career as a content creator, at the level that it was before, at the trajectory that it was before, is surely coming to an end. It has to be. Because unless she keeps getting these layups of interviews, someone's going to have to ask her these tough questions at some point. And she might not have no answer, no response for it. And, this is what happens to grifters. This is what happens.
Because this lady is talking about being hypocritical. And that's the larger conversation about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant faking her sexuality. But Tasha K backs up this lady's point.
That she's unmarried in her 40s. Not the fact that she doesn't have a child. But I heard personally, there's been a lot that's down there at them clinics that they got shut down at Planned Parenthood. Absolutely. Allegedly. Everything's allegedly. Even my name's allegedly.
Now, why was that important? I'll tell you exactly why it was. Number one, this lady said that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant tends to be hypocritical of things as if she doesn't do them. But Dr. Cheyenne Bryant slipped up one day and said that, hey, listen, when I was younger, I got pregnant and had to get rid of the baby. But at the same time, these are the behaviors, that she talks down to on women. And so, again, she's probably trying to do that. Somebody could argue for the lady's best interest. But Tasha K backs up this same exact thing by saying that, hey, rumors have it that you have so many abortions, in these clinics. Now, what is the problem here? I want to get back to the lady who says, why does it matter? Well, okay, first of all, if a person is trying to talk about something and they're not living up to it, for an example, in this case, one of the people said her sexuality, why does it matter? Well, number one, I'll tell you why it matters. Cheyenne Bryant identifies as a person who's heterosexual. She will not openly claim that she is homosexual. If Dr. Cheyenne Bryant will come out and tell the world that she's gay, then okay, it's hard for people to call her a hypocrite, but she's not doing that. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant allegedly is in a gay relationship, but at the same time telling the rest of the world that she's not gay. And then
and the bigger thing besides that is that if she's not genuinely gay, that means she's settling Right? All this talk about getting high value man, you know, it's good to wait till you're older to have kids and find out that she had a teen pregnancy. All this sounds like to me that life didn't go her way and now she's settling. And even though, and that's why I always say to women all the time, you can have all the access, exposure, status, money, all you want. It's not going to make you more attractive to men. It is not. So many women, they keep chasing after this professional success. Professional success does not make you more attractive to the type of men you want. If you want to have professional success, what comes along with professional success is weak men. There's a lot of weak men that will love for you to provide for them, take care of them, be like their second mom, and live off of your earnings. There's a lot of men like that. But y'all don't want those men. You want the men that are high value, the men that she's bashing. She wants these kind of men, yet you don't become the kind of women that these men want. That is the issue. This is what I'm trying to say. This is why your advice is so poor and it falls on deaf ears, because you're telling people to do something you're incapable of doing. Like, if you look at me and you say, all right, Shape, but what about you? What about you? Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Time and Mother Nature, Father Time, don't treat men and women the same. It does not. It's inequality from the jump. Women have all their value at 18. Men have none of their value at 18. By the time we hit 35, 40, men have built their value and women have lost their value. I don't make the rules. Women are upset about this. I don't make the rules. Another thing. And I've seen this online and I agree with this. A man who owns 100 Ferraris is not equal to a Ferrari who had 100 owners. They're not one-to-one. Let me say it again. A man who has 100 Ferraris is not equal to a Ferrari who had 100 owners. The difference is that Ferrari that had 100 owners is used and abused. But the man who has 100 Ferraris has maintained and boosted his own value. And this is why women who think that they have an extensive sexual history and past, that they're so well and they're so knowledgeable now and they found themselves, they don't realize what you're really finding out is that there's inequality in the dating market and you're just a Ferrari that's been used, abused, and had 100 owners. So your Carfax has accidents all over it, right? All over it, right? It's lacking all the repairs, oil change, all that stuff. So no, it's not an equal trade, but that's the kind of men they want. They want the men who can get 100 Ferraris. Well, if I have 100 Ferraris, I'm not buying a Ferrari that has 100 owners. It has to be so exceptional, so classic, you know, and it's not going to be my daily. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.